With Dawn especially, I had to wait until she was happy with my presence and approaching me quite calmly before I moved on to the next step for her. When introducing something new to Dawn, I just really have to follow her when she tries to move away from something. So that's something we worked on quite a lot. One of the ways that I reward her is actually by moving out of her space. So when she has done the right thing, when she's stayed nice and still, I find moving away from her really beneficial in the training. To prepare her then for the head collar, I've just been placing the lead rope around her nose, around her ears, and following that up with touch, so making sure I can touch her forehead, around her cheek and her nose, just in order to get her used to feeling something on her head where the head collar is going to go. This was the first time that we actually got the head collar on, and you can see that she's not overly relaxed with the process yet, so it's still very new. Her head is up, but she's not moving away, so we've made real progress at this stage. So this then required lots of repetitions, so I've sped up the next couple of clips. Basically the same thing, popping the head collar on, taking it off, until she just started to become more relaxed, and you can just see in her whole kind of face here that she's not so stressed about it. Do my helmet up. So then we can see just how much she's progressed and much calmer. Still giving the odd tail flick, which shows me she's still getting used to it, but I'm so impressed with how she's progressed and really quite okay with me moving my arm and everything around her head and face. So when we did start leading forward, I actually don't have it on video, of course, but our first initial moments of leading did not go so successfully, and the tiniest bit of pressure actually made her completely run off in severe flight mode. And I chose not to hold on to her, knowing that I would, one, probably hurt myself, and two, really scare her, which is not what I needed for this horse in particular. So introducing it to her, I actually used her coming towards me with her name as the thing that she knows, so the signal she knows, and I just incorporated a tiny forward pressure with my fingers on the head collar. So here you can see she actually does step backwards, but rather than increase the pressure or get any firmer, I just sort of go with her and encourage her to do a step sideways. We can see then the progress that she's making as she really starts to understand what we're asking when we put that slight pressure on. And I think it's worth noting too that I do move my feet as I give her that signal forward. Later on in training, I will keep completely still and the forward pressure alone will mean go. But at this stage, she does still need just a little bit of a clue of what I am asking her to do. And we can see that here she doesn't go from the pressure, but when I move, she steps.